Though BMW might be best known for its saloons, estates and performance cars, you can't ignore just how important SUVs are for the brand. After all, they're being snapped up by customers thick and fast. So making sure that there's a steady stream of new BMW SUVs is important. That's why the firm's new range-topping EV, the iX, is an SUV too. But on a more everyday level, BMW's X3 has been a real hit, and it's now more technology heavy than ever before. But what does a refresh bring to the table? Let's take a look. Given BMW's recent history, you could expect the X3 to be some over-the-top concept car for the road, but the reality is far from that, as you get a car which looks, well, pretty normal. You may remember that we drove the electric iX3 recently, but this X3 has been updated in design over that car, with a slightly more upmarket appearance. We've got standard fit LED headlights on this new X3, while around the back the sharp tail lights look particularly distinctive. There are plenty of lines and cuts along the flanks of the car too, which helps give the X3 a sporty, dynamic appearance. In all, it's an accomplished design to our eyes anyway. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. BMW has thrown the works at its latest X3 with a high quality cabin, bringing what you'd expect from the high-end German firm. There's a smart 12.5-inch infotainment system up front, and it's relatively easy to access with clear graphics and simple menus. BMW's rotary controller remains too, so it's a breeze to use. But the fundamentals are sorted too. Up front, forward occupants have plenty of leg space and a bright, airy place to be, while those in the back are well catered for in terms of leg and headroom. Boot space is a key part of an SUV's appeal, so it's just as well that the X3 delivers in this area. The car hasn't changed an awful lot in terms of size with this refresh, so it still offers a 550 litre boot, which can then be expanded to 1,550 litres by lowering the rear seats. Here in the UK, we're getting the choice of 3 petrol and 3 diesel engines, with each incorporating a range-topping M version. When it comes to diesels, there's an entry-level xDrive 20D with 187 brake horsepower and the ability to return up to 49 miles per gallon, while the more powerful xDrive 30D ups the power to 282 brake horsepower with a claimed 46 miles per gallon. Then there's a tip-top M40D with 335 brake horsepower, capable of sending the X3 from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. Yet you should still return up to 43 miles per gallon. When it comes to petrol, there's the entry-level xDrive 20i with 181 brake horsepower and a claimed fuel economy of 38 miles per gallon. The top spec M40i, meanwhile, packs 335 brake horsepower and matches the M40D's sprint time, but can only return 32 miles per gallon. That third option is linked to a hybrid setup in the xDrive 30e. With 249 brake horsepower, it's still punchy, yet claims it'll return up to 141 miles per gallon, while CO2 emissions of just 48 grams per kilometre mean it'll no doubt prove attractive to business buyers. This updated X3 feels a natural progression for the model, bringing a few choice upgrades to some key areas while keeping practicality and spaciousness unchanged. The variety of engines on offer means it'll appeal to a wide number of buyers, and the plug-in hybrid variant pushes that even further. Despite being one of the more established names on the scene, these changes have ensured that the X3 remains just as cutting edge and relevant as its more recently introduced rivals.